Give me liberty or give me death. From this very spot in 1775, Patrick Henry made a speech to the Second Virginia Convention. Welcome to Richmond, guys. Behind me is the Virginia State Capitol, which holds the oldest legislative body in North America, founded in 1619. The building is based on a blueprint of a Roman temple designed by Mr. Thomas Jefferson, our third president. If you're looking to learn about Richmond's extensive history, then look no further than the Valentine Museum. Founded by Man Valentine in 1898, it is one of the first museums here in Richmond. And if you want to get a taste of what life was like in Richmond back in the day, immerse yourself in the city, look no further than north of Broad Street. You can find the many homes that line up these streets, and check out the many neighborhoods, check out the museums, and check out the many different plaques that are placed around these neighborhoods to tell you about the history. You're looking at part of history. This behind me is the White House of the Confederacy. During the American Civil War between 1861 and 1865, President Jefferson Davis of the Confederacy lived here. This is another very important historic site here in Richmond. Behind me is the home of Maggie Walker, who was the first black woman to own and be the president of her very bank. One of my favorite things to do when I get to a new city is to wander around. Of course, I suggest you do tours and get to know the history if you're into that stuff. But when you wander around, look at the beautiful things you get to find. And check out these also other beautiful Victorian homes. Absolutely amazing. It pays off to wander. If you're looking to stay somewhere in downtown Richmond, there's many Marriotts, Hiltons, IHGs, but the most prominent hotel is the Hotel John Marshall. It is very tall and it has great oversight of the whole downtown. I've done a lot of walking today and we're only halfway through exploring Richmond. So naturally, it's time to eat. Richmond has a very good food scene. Because of its low rent, a lot of renowned chefs come to Richmond and set up their own restaurants here. What I found, there's a lot of Latin American food, so I decided to try. We got a Cuban sandwich. The restaurant is called Cuba Cuba. I'll let you know how it tastes. Now that my tummy's full, I can continue exploring and show you guys the beautiful, historic Richmond. The big church you guys just saw, St. James Church. Richmond has taken a very positive first impression on me, and I hope you guys consider coming here, as it is a very historical and beautiful city. If you're wondering why I brought you to this cemetery, this isn't just a regular cemetery. This is called the Hollywood Cemetery. It's the final resting place of two of our presidents, James Monroe and John Tyler, as well as Jefferson Davis, who was a president of the Confederate United States. And did I mention the amazing views of Richmond, Virginia and the St. James River from the Hollywood Cemetery? I'm going to take you guys to a special island called the Bell Island, and I'll tell you a little bit about history and how the island came about. I am currently walking on the Potterfield Memorial Bridge, walking over the James River, the river that cuts through Richmond, and behind me you can see the beautiful skyline of Richmond. To my right, just over there, is Bell Island, which I'm going to take you to next. We are now crossing the James River on the Bell Bridge. This island's very unique because the government purchased it during the Civil War because it had so many prisoners that was overfilling the jails, so he had to find a solution. He put the prisoners on the Bell Island, and the river, he was hoping that the rapids of the river would prevent the prisoners from escaping. Now it's used as a recreational area, so if you're looking to get away from the city, I recommend you check that place out. A very cool walkway, the Canal walk, following right along the James River to my right. It's a cool, peaceful place where you can bike, run, walk, and get away from the busy city center. This is so cool. One thing I wanted to check out when I was in Richmond and walk on this pipeline. It's literally a pipeline walking over the river, as you can see. James River right there. As you guys have seen throughout the video, Richmond has a lot of history, and this is the oldest home here in Richmond, dating back to around 1740. Now it serves as a museum of Edgar Allan Poe, who was an American writer, best known as the central figure for Romanticism. His writing works can be explored in this very museum. A very important church here in Richmond, St. John's Church. It is here where the famous "Give me liberty or give me death" speech was said by Patrick John, but also it was the first burial ground here in Richmond, constructed in 1741. Among its famous residents, Mrs. Poe, the mother of Edgar Poe, the famous American writer. I've brought you guys to Libby Park, one of the beautiful sunset spots here in Richmond. And that is all for me. I hope you guys enjoyed checking out Richmond with me, the history, learning about the history, seeing the beautiful architecture, and exploring this beautiful city with me. I hope you guys can give Virginia a try. and I can't wait to see what's next in store for me. If you want to keep up with my adventures, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss out any of my adventures. See you guys next week. Luke G signing out.